Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Dirt Road Acres, your #1 dispensary providing outstanding customer service and award-winning knowledge at most affordable prices. Alrighty, air quality, not too bad out there. We have one observation site in the yellow this morning, but everyone else looking in the green. There's a little bit of smoke that's going to be mixing in some parts of the atmosphere this morning, but nothing that should cause us any issues compared to what's been going on further down to the south. Air quality is improving further down to the south, too. Still a lot of code orange and some reds, but definitely a lot better than what we have been seeing recently, as some air quality alerts do remain posted in some spots further down to the south and west. But otherwise, though, we do have one advisory posted this morning until 9 a.m. A dense fog advisory right about in here, though. It's a very narrow area, though, under that dense fog advisory until 9 a.m., and that's where the fog is very thick this morning. At about a mile or less or so for visibility near the Bar Harbor area, 4-mile visibility near Bangor. So again, a little bit of a mess out there this morning, so definitely make sure to plan ahead, though, and allow extra time to get to where you're going. Otherwise, here's a shower showing up on the radar this morning as well, mainly in the northern parts of our viewing area, but areas further down to the south could be watching for a few more showers. Maybe a rumble of thunder later today, too, as this area low pressure located right about in here continues to sit and spin. We have to wait until later this weekend for this thing to finally get out of here. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. We'll have some dry hours as well, but more showers on the way. The wind rather calm as well. Temperatures in the 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. The Maine State Police is asking for your help in locating a man wanted for several crimes in Hancock and Penobscot counties. 42-year-old David Michaud of Lee has multiple warrants for his arrest. They say they have reason to believe Michaud has cut his hair and lost weight since this picture was taken. If you see David Michaud, do not approach him. Anyone with information is asked to call the Bangor Regional Communications Center at 973-3700, option 9, and ask for Trooper Ramp. A big rally at the State House on Thursday. People came from all over the state to support an effort to create so-called harm reduction centers. It's an effort to reduce the shocking number of overdose deaths in the state. Our Matthew Jurancic has the story.
We really just want them to let us save our friends.
Recovery and harm reduction advocates took to the third floor of the State House, urging legislators to vote in favor of allowing overdose prevention centers in Maine.
Saving lives is the most important thing that the state legislature can do, and by passing LD 1364, they will help save lives.
Supporters lined the halls, holding up signs and handing out purple carnations to legislators, resembling the amount of lives lost due to overdoses.
Harm reduction health centers are the only life-saving intervention that has a 100% effective rate of keeping our friends, family, and community members alive.
In the words of Dr. Seuss, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to change.
LD 1364 has been met with opposition, especially from Governor Mills, who says, quote, the establishment of such a center would be premature and a violation of federal law, end quote. However, supporters will not go down without a fight.
And if she wants to veto this, then we're going to send a message today that she doesn't have that power. We have the power, and we're giving it to the Maine people.
Senator Luckner says he's grateful to see so much support for the bill.
It's really inspirational. This is their bill. I introduced it on their behalf, on the behalf of all my friends and people that I've known over the years who have passed away from an opioid death, overdose death, and it's really inspiring to see folks come out for it.
In Augusta, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The Senate has given initial approval to a northern Maine transmission line. LD 924 seeks legislative approval for the construction of a high-voltage transmission line connecting northern Maine to ISO New England. The project is expected to alleviate issues around renewable energy generation in Aroostook County. Renewable energy projects there face significant economic challenges due to a lack of connection to the New England power grid. Senate President Troy Jackson sponsored the bill. He said, quote, connecting Aroostook County to the ISO New England could be a game changer for the region. Not only would it support quality, good-paying jobs, but it would also grow our supply of cheap, clean, renewable energy that is desperately needed. The project will also need to get appropriate permits from regulatory agencies before construction can begin, end quote. In other news now, Maine's yearly car inspection could soon cost you more. State police are pushing for a change in the current sticker system that would change Maine's inspection process from one based on paper to electronics.
Every time you get a car inspection, it's filed on paper. One mechanic we spoke with says that can create a lot of headaches. He's hoping that an online system would streamline the process. But there is a catch. Every time you get your car inspected, it will cost you more. There's bipartisan support for a bill that would raise the cost of your inspection from $12.50 or $18.50 for Cumberland County residents up to $20. That increase would move the inspection system online, saving mechanics like Greg Moreau from this.
That's 1 month's worth of paperwork that has to be photocopied. We have to keep copies, send them to the state.
Moreau's shop completes about 100 inspections a month and says an electronic system could help them, but that might not be the case for all mechanics.
Some of the small places will have problems. If they don't have internet, if they don't have the ability to buy a laptop.
Moreau says it takes about 45 minutes to inspect a car, running through a list of tests from a 231-page manual. The Cumberland County shop gets paid $18.50 for that work, a big decrease from their usual rate of $120 an hour.
We're losing money every inspection we do.
Vehicle owners we spoke with are mixed on the issue.
I think it hurts the poor people that can't afford brand new cars.
If it's $8 more a year, if you break that down to a paycheck, it's really pennies.
State police support the bill. Right now, they track about 1.3 million inspection safety stickers a year, all on paper. They say a move online would create a more effective tracking system and cut down on fake inspection stickers. A vote on the bill is expected later this month.
Demolition has apparently begun at the historic former B&M Bean plant in Portland. The building was sold to the Institute for Digital Engineering and Life Sciences and will be the new home of the Rue Institute at Northeastern University. That will include academic buildings, student housing, a hotel, and retail space. The plant itself was more than 100 years old. After many complications with the city of Bangor, G-Force Entertainment says they will close permanently. Devin Dagnall has the story.
I've been selling smiles for about 25 years.
Since 2006, G-Force has been selling smiles to adults and children throughout the state, but owner and CEO Brian Plovnick says it's time to close up shop.
My family's upset. I'm upset. My wife's in some ways happy that she's going to get me back 100% all the time, but it's still sad. It definitely is. It's a sad chapter for a business that's been around for a while.
Back in the early 2000s, Plovnick opened the first iteration of G-Force in Aroostook County. After a few years, G-Force moved to a more permanent location in Augusta, and then moved again to Brewer before finally finding its last home in the Bangor Mall.
We had open arms here at the Bangor Mall, which is a great place to grow a business, and so we moved here.
Plovnick attributes the closure of G-Force to recent financial problems caused by zoning and licensing complications. Although this is the end of an era for Plovnick, he sees this as an opportunity to spend more time with those who matter most, family.
I'm going to focus on my son and on family. I'm going to go visit my mom in Florida. I haven't visited her in quite some time. I just can't say enough thank you to everybody. We just can't really continue. It's very difficult.
Plovnick will be closing the bar and laser tag after this Sunday, but he wants to keep the arcade open for just a few more weeks. In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, EBC7 and Fox 22 News.
A public library is opening a new chapter with a unique book club. Our David Ledford brings us their story.
Challenges and bans were starting to crop up around the country, so I thought that would be an interesting topic to explore with the kids.
In Orono, a small group of kids is pushing back against book censorship with the help of Lindsay Varnum, Youth Services librarian at Orono Public Library. The banned book club, open to kids in grades 8 through 12, meets once a month to read and discuss books that have been banned or challenged across the country and locally.
We do talk about things that are happening in other districts in Maine, just so that they are aware that it is happening in Maine close to home. We talk about trends that are happening nationwide.
One Orono resident and longtime patron of the library says he hopes the program will help to refocus the conversation around banned books, from being a political statement to meeting the educational needs of kids.
Unfortunately, it has become a partisan political issue. It should not be, and it often is not a moral issue. The only moral involved is the ability to accept and get along with others.
Varnum says it's important to provide kids with a variety of books, both to learn about people who are different from them and to feel represented in the stories they read.
A lot of the books that are being challenged and banned are books by authors of color, or that have main characters of color, or who are authors that are part of the LGBTQ community. And I think it's really important that those marginalized people have a voice, and I think it's important for kids who belong to those communities to see themselves in books.
Those interested in joining the club can email the library at library@orono.org. In Orono, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, the time now is 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Down East Community Partners are now hiring full-time staff members for a research-based program that will study energy efficiency. We'll have the details on that and more, but first, let's take another look at that forecast. A lot of rain still. We will likely see some showers and thunderstorms as the day goes on today. Highs will be about 63 degrees, dropping down to about 47 tonight. We'll continue to see some showers, even some fog, similar tomorrow. Almost exactly similar with showers and thunderstorms, high of 63. We'll be right back.
For a better center to serve you, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. For a bigger selection of trusted brands, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. And to better service your ride, no matter the size, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. Master mechanics, free shuttle service, and the fair deals you deserve. Take Littlefield Avenue to Bangor Tire, beside Dysart's in Herman. BangorTire.com.
We're more than just a tire store.
ABC 7, Fox 22, Mainly Eyes and Maple Lane Farms wants to send you to see Kane Brown live in concert on his Drunk or Dreaming tour with special guests Gabby Barrett and Restless Road, Thursday, June 22nd at the Maine Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Mainly Eyes, the #1 choice for your eye care and eyewear needs. Located inside the Bangor Mall, and Maple Lane Farms, the best kept secret in Penobscot County. Stop by and purchase one of our meat packages today. Win tickets to see Kane Brown, June 22nd on the Bangor waterfront.
Hello, Eastern Maine. Watch You Bet Your Life weekdays at 10 a.m. here on ABC 7.
What's old is new again in the town of Millbridge.
It's just sort of the heartbeat of the town, and everybody went to the movies.
We'll take a look at the movie magic unfolding at the new Millbridge Theater and Community Arts Center, Tuesday on ABC 7, News at 6.
A local nonprofit spent Thursday night thanking its donors after a successful year of campaigns. Heart of Maine United Way filled the Coal Transportation Museum with donors and campaign contributors to say thanks after raising nearly $2 million last year. The most successful campaigns and largest donors were honored with an array of awards and gifts.
It feels so incredible to be here together, celebrating our community with our community. Over 3,000 people have donated to the campaign this year, and we've raised $1.6 million for the Heart of Maine.
3,000 people, wow, that's very impressive. President CEO of Heart of Maine United Way, Sherrar Patterson, says the $1.6 million will be used to help improve the lives of over 120,000 Mainers. Down East Community Partners is looking to recruit new members for their Climate Core program, a new way for the study to study the benefits of winterizing homes. Our Grace Blanchard has the story.
Energy equity is an area where folks have not focused. They haven't really thought about that, you know.
Down East Community Partners is recruiting 4 full-time members to staff a new program, a research-based program that focuses on the benefits of being energy efficient. This community action agency received a grant through Volunteer Maine in September of 2022. and the program will train members how to perform weatherization services in the community.
They will take data that we've previously gathered from homes before weatherization and homes after weatherization and be able to quantify the impact.
Kata says that weatherization is the #1 defense for Mainers in fighting the rising heating costs.
The weatherization doesn't just, insulate you better. It's all about the air quality. So the air quality becomes so much better after your home has been weatherized.
Members will learn how to assess the energy envelope of a home. They will also receive multiple certifications at the end of the 6-month program, and is a great opportunity for those with an unclear future.
So it's a great chance for, say, someone who just graduated from high school and they haven't secured that summer job, or they don't know what they're going to do in the future, so they're looking for some kind of career path. The energy efficiency field is burgeoning.
The program starting in July will run to the end of the year. Anyone interested can contact their Ellsworth location or email a resume to volunteering@dcpcap.org. In Ellsworth, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Credit unions across the state are banding together to raise tens of thousands of dollars for a good cause. As part of the fight to end hunger in Maine, Maine's Credit Union League has challenged local credit unions and their members to raise $100,000 in the month of June. Participating unions are accepting donations of all sizes, no matter how small.
Maybe you skip your cup of coffee and you make a $5 donation to the Campaign for Ending Hunger. It's amazing just what $2 will benefit. $2 will help provide a family of 4 with a meal. So skip your cup of coffee and pay it forward one day and help provide a meal to a family in need.
Not a member of a credit union but would still like to donate? Donations are also accepted through campaignforendinghunger.org. I don't think I'll skip my cup of coffee, but I can still donate. I'm with a credit union. Very cool. Okay, the time now is 6:17. After the break, all of the latest on the indictment of former President Donald Trump, of which he's claiming all to be a hoax. We'll have this and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
GMA 7A. This morning, the one and only Samuel L. Jackson is in the house. You gotta love it. Plus, get ready to laugh with Jason Alexander, Eric McCormick, Alex Moffat, and Lily Cooper. Only on Tell 'em Sam.
Good morning, America.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority. And with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo.
It's summer and the savings are heating up at the Furniture Gallery. Sofas starting at $399. Recliners starting at $299. Queen mattresses also starting at $299. Ashley, Flexsteel, Nectar, Restonic, and Serta. If it's in stock, it's yours to take home today. So what are you waiting for? The Furniture Gallery Summer Savings Sale is huge. Special financing is available. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. Your best value is always at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Here's this week's featured deal.
Tesoro Italian Restaurant serves Bangor's best pizza, pasta, and sandwiches. Located in downtown Bangor across from the library. Open Tuesday through Saturday 3 to 9 and Sunday 3 to 8. The bar is also open 9 to 1 Friday and Saturday night. Come in and taste what everybody's talking about.
On sale Thursday at 9 a.m. A limited supply available. Half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
This morning, new reaction from former President Donald Trump after his history-making indictment on federal criminal charges. Sources tell ABC News Trump faces 7 charges linked to the handling of classified documents. He's now the first ever American president to be federally indicted. ABC's Lindsay Watts has the latest developments from Washington.
This morning, former President Trump is declaring his innocence in a new video, calling the federal indictment related to his handling of classified information a hoax.
I'm innocent, and we will prove that very, very soundly and hopefully very quickly.
A special counsel appointed by the Justice Department has been investigating whether Trump violated the law or put national security at risk by holding on to documents marked classified at his Florida residence Mar-a-Lago. Sources tell ABC News Trump faces 7 charges, including conspiracy and at least 1 charge related to the Espionage Act.
Which is ludicrous under the facts of this case. And
Trump's lawyer telling CNN he and his team had yet to see the actual indictment as of last night and had only received a summons for Trump to appear for an arraignment Tuesday in a federal courtroom in Miami. Last year, the FBI seized more than 100 documents with classified markings from Mar-a-Lago, along with 43 empty folders with classified banners, after Trump failed to comply with a subpoena to return the records. Trump has claimed everything there was declassified. The charges mark the second time Trump has been indicted since leaving office. He was also indicted in Manhattan on state charges related to hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels.
We talk a lot about, well, there was the New York case also. I really do believe that case becomes secondary to this case. This one becomes much more significant.
If convicted, Trump faces years in prison in this latest case. This morning, many prominent Republicans are standing by him. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy among those claiming federal law enforcement has been weaponized. But former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, along with many Democrats, are saying no one is above the law. The White House has declined to comment.
Even if Trump is convicted, there's nothing in the Constitution that would stop him from running for president. A recent poll found that over half of those surveyed said Trump should face criminal charges, but about 20% said they'd still be inclined to vote for him anyway. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Washington.
All right, the time now is 6:21. Time to get a full look at that forecast with meteorologist Evan Biggs.
Thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Dirt Road Acres, your #1 dispensary providing outstanding customer service and award-winning knowledge at most affordable prices. Alrighty, air quality. We've been talking about that a lot recently, right? We have one observation site showing up in the yellow right about in here. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good. It's going to be some smoke in the atmosphere for us, though, as the wildfire smoke from Canada continues to kind of move around, causing air quality alerts further down to the south. Notice improvement, though. Some areas still in code orange or even code red, so still not the greatest, but definitely improving toward what we saw earlier in the week, though. Some very ominous images coming out of New York. But for now, at least for us in Maine, we're looking pretty good. But we're going to be watching for a little bit of smoke that may try to sneak in here as the day progresses on. But a lot of improvement as we head towards Saturday and a Sunday as that smoke moves away. We may notice a little bit more moving in as we head towards Monday, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But for now, though, one advisory posted, and this is a dense fog advisory here until 9 a.m. later this morning, though, right along the coast here. And again, as courtesy of some very low visibility as that fog has developed. We're down to about less than 2 miles in a few spots, so Bangor not as bad. So it's going to be a mess out there in this little spot right about in here, at least until later this morning when the sun comes up, though. And even though we won't see much sunshine, the fog will go away by around 9 a.m. or so. We are seeing a few showers out there this morning, mainly in the northern parts of the state and some areas off to the east of that. Further down to the south, not as much yet, but a few more showers and even a few rumbles of thunder can be ruled out later today with this area low pressure right about in here as it continues to sit and spin. Again, we have to wait until about Saturday night and Sunday for this thing to finally get out of here, and we'll see some improvement in our forecast. So Futurecast moving forward showing showers and thunderstorms that will be developing during the afternoon periods today. And early this evening, we'll hold on to the chances for showers overnight tonight and more showers and thunderstorms on the way for the daytime tomorrow as well. But notice tomorrow night things finally start to move. We'll get everything out of here. Maybe a few leftover showers late Saturday night. But once we get towards early Sunday morning, though, things will start to improve. Additional rainfall looks like this. Maybe another half inch or less of rain before we're all finished up. So definitely some beneficial rain in some areas. And we've definitely needed the rain as well as the new drought monitor shows some drought in the northern parts of the state. So that's not very good news there. This is considered moderate drought here. Further down to the south, this is considered abnormally dry. Well, areas to the south, they're not showing any drought for the time being. Well, we've had a lot more areas covered in drought recently, though, either abnormally dry or moderate drought being reported. So definitely could use some rain across a good part of the country. Otherwise, though, average high temperature is 73 degrees, lower 60s today and tomorrow. A brief warm-up Sunday into Monday in the upper 70s, back in the 60s and 70s Tuesday, Wednesday, and also in your Thursday. So your forecast for today looks like this. Showers and thunderstorms, highs in the lower 60s, that northeast wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. For tonight, upper 40s, scattered showers, some areas of dense fog, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, lower 60s, scattered showers and thunderstorms again, that north wind at about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, your Dirt Road Acres extended forecast. We're partly cloudy on Sunday with highs in the upper 70s, upper 70s again for your Monday with a mostly cloudy sky, and more showers and storms possible on Tuesday, highs in the upper 60s.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes from Herman Meadow Golf Club or The Local. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Bruns Chiropractic Clinic in Bangor, Eddington Store in Eddington, Main Collision Center in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer. Goose River Farm and Meat Store is conveniently located on Route 3 across from Hammond Lumber in Belfast. They have a wide selection of meat and poultry, including beef, pork, lamb, chicken, duck, rabbit, and turkey. Buy your steak and meats for grilling this summer.
Herman Meadow is a very user-friendly golf course. We have some very good rates. We have discounts for military people. We have discounts for seniors, individual and group lessons for juniors.
The greens, especially this year, they're in excellent shape. It's not a course that won't allow you to hit the ball 10 or 12 times on any hole and still have fun.
There's some challenges out there, but there's also some risk rewards.
It's convenient. You can come in Union Street, you can come in Route 2. It's just in a great location.
It's just a fun place to play.
Update your outdoor living space and make the most of your outdoor life with a new deck from Hammond Lumber Company. From wood to low-maintenance composite and PVC decking, Hammond has the materials, knowledge, and experience to help you get everything you need for that perfect new deck. Railing options include wood, composite, aluminum, and the modern look of cable railing. Your Hammond sales rep can answer any questions and will walk you through your options. Get the deck you want, the one you deserve, when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
When Dover Audiology wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to Dover Audiology and find out where people from Kittery to Eastport go to get their hearing aids. Knowledgeable, friendly, and reasonable. Dover Audiology is your best place for hearing solutions.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith. Smoke still covering large swaths of the country, and it has many people wondering what they're actually breathing in. Fox News correspondent Marianne Rafferty takes a closer look at what particles are in the smoke from Canada's wildfires, plus the potential health risks attached.
Millions remain under air quality alerts as smoke from the hundreds of raging wildfires in Canada continues smothering communities across the Northeast, Midwest, and portions of the South.
I notice like my eyes are burning a little bit.
But while some campfire enthusiasts might think breathing in a little smoke isn't a big deal, this haze is much more hazardous than meets the eye.
Primary pollutant from wildfires is what we call PM 2.5, or particulate matter that is a size of 2.5 microns or smaller in diameter.
For comparison, an average strand of hair is roughly 30 times larger than these particles.
It's small enough that we can inhale it deep into our lungs, and in the short term, that can cause aggravation in the lungs or in the eyes or in the nose. And then in the long term, it can have impacts on our health in terms of our respiratory health and even in terms of our cardiovascular health.
Once inhaled, the particles can migrate into the bloodstream.
When they're in blood vessels, they can really do a lot of havoc in the brain, as well as in the heart in particular, the kidneys too.
And it's not just wood from burning forests entering the body.
There are carbon-based compounds and metals. You have to keep in mind that what's along for the ride gets burnt too.
Young children, the elderly, and people with asthma are more susceptible to health problems from the smoke. Doctors advise wearing a face mask outside until conditions are expected to clear over the weekend. You can visit airnow.gov to stay updated on the current air quality levels where you live. Marianne Rafferty, Fox News.
More than 400 active wildfires are burning up in North and Canada, destroying hundreds of properties, displacing some 20,000 people from their homes so far, with many now staying in temporary shelters. Evacuation orders are in effect in northern Quebec, and beds are being rolled into a major sporting arena there for hundreds of people in need of shelter. Canada is on track for its worst ever wildfire season, as more than 9.8 million acres have burned, roughly 15 times the annual average of the past decade. The U.S. has sent more than 600 firefighters and equipment to Canada. Other countries like South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand are also helping out. Warm and dry conditions are expected to persist in the months ahead. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau spoke to President Biden by phone yesterday, thanking Biden for his support and the two leaders vowing to work on climate change. Smoke from the Canadian wildfires is affecting more than 75 million people in more than a dozen states, from the Midwest to the Northeast to the southeast. In other news now, the man suspected in the disappearance of Natalie Holloway arrives in the U.S. Thursday after losing his extradition appeal. 35-year-old Joran Vandersloot is arriving in Birmingham, Alabama from Peru on federal charges of wire fraud and extortion. His initial court appearance and arraignment is set for 11 a.m. today. Vandersloot is the main suspect in the 2005 disappearance of Holloway in Aruba. He has been serving a 28-year prison sentence in Peru for the murder of another woman, Stephanie Flores, in 2010. All right, still to come here on the second half of our show. It's been a contentious topic lately. The changing of the Maine flag is evoking a lot of feelings for some. We'll check out some of the flag's history as Good Morning Maine continues.
The McDonald's breakfast bagel sandwich. A fluffy egg, 2 slices of cheese, plus your choice of a steak patty, bacon, or sausage, all in a toasted bagel. Enjoy yours today.
Maine is a one-of-a-kind beautiful state, and there's no better way to see it than from the air. Fletcher Mountain Aviation offers an aerial experience like no other, featuring seaplane flights where you will see the best views in Maine from the air and land on Maine's most beautiful lakes. An experience you will never forget, with views from the northern Maine woods, Moosehead Lake, and Katahdin regions. Come fly and see our beautiful state from the sky with Fletcher Mountain Aviation. Visit our website here or scan the QR code to book your flight today.
Do you remember your first day at school? The nerves and excitement, seeing your friends and new teachers, or what to wear. You know, we feel every kid deserves to look their best, especially on their first day of school. Bring your new or like-new school clothes like sweaters, sweatshirts, and coats to any Jordan's Furniture. And Cradles to Crayons will make sure those clothes you bring in will help a child in need. Their day and the days to come will be happier because of you.
Mow, dig, haul. The VX Series subcompact tractor offers ultimate versatility with built-in quality and reliability, dedicated dealer support for an ownership experience and service that's second to none. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today. Get the VX 1880 tractor with loader and mower for payments starting at $227 plus save up to $800.
The McDonald's breakfast bagel sandwich. A fluffy egg, 2 slices of cheese, plus your choice of a steak patty, bacon, or sausage, all in a toasted bagel. Enjoy yours today.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith, and today is Friday, June 9th, 2023. Happy Friday. Today is also National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day, one of my favorite pies. It's perfect, seeing as rhubarb is finally in season here in Maine. Keep your eyes peeled at restaurants for their specials board that may be graced with the presence of this delicious dessert. It's also fairly easy to find rhubarb out and about. I mean, it grows everywhere. All right, moving on. On this day in history, in 1934, television viewers saw the first appearance of Donald Duck in a cartoon called The Wise Little Hen. In 1970, Bob Dylan was given an honorary doctorate of music at Princeton University. And in 1973, American Racehorse Secretariat won the Belmont Stakes by an unprecedented 31 lengths to capture the Triple Crown. And in 2013, Edward Snowden publicly made his identity known as the leaker of NSA documents. All right, moving on now to birthdays. Israeli-born American actress Natalie Portman is 42 today. Actor and musician Johnny Depp is 60 years old. And activist and retired actor Michael J. Fox is 62. I love that production has put in all the movies that they're most well known for as their portraits. Very cool. Love to see it. Okay, it's going to be rainy today, per usual, for the rest of the week. Thunder showers are on the forecast today, so let's check in with meteorologist Evan Biggs.
Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Dirt Road Acres, your #1 dispensary providing outstanding customer service and award-winning knowledge at most affordable prices. Alrighty, air quality, not too bad out there. We have one observation site in the yellow this morning, but everyone else looking in the green. There's a little bit of smoke that's going to be mixing in some parts of the atmosphere this morning, but nothing that should cause us any issues compared to what's been going on further down to the south. Air quality is improving further down to the south, too. Still a lot of code orange and some reds, but definitely a lot better than what we have been seeing recently, as some air quality alerts do remain posted in some spots further down to the south and west. But otherwise, though, we do have one advisory posted this morning until 9 a.m. A dense fog advisory right about in here, though. It's a very narrow area, though, under that dense fog advisory until 9 a.m., and that's where the fog is very thick this morning. At about a mile or less or so for visibility near the Bar Harbor area, 4-mile visibility near Bangor. So, again, a little bit of a mess out there this morning, so definitely make sure to plan ahead, though, and allow extra time to get to where you're going. Otherwise, here's a shower showing up on the radar this morning as well, mainly in the northern parts of our viewing area. But areas further down to the south could be watching for a few more showers. Maybe a rumble of thunder later today, too, as this area low pressure located right about in here continues to sit and spin. We have to wait until later this weekend for this thing to finally get out of here. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. We'll have some dry hours as well, but more showers on the way. The wind rather calm as well. Temperatures in the 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
The Maine state flag might be changing back to its original 1901 form. Here's Doug Banks with more.
Our current state flag might be changing, or restored depending on how you look at it. With the House of Representatives Tuesday night voting to advance a bill that seeks to have our first state flag from 1901 to 1909 become the flag of Maine's future. The bill passed, but split the House, with all except 5 Democrats voting for changing the current flag.
I see that flag more on houses than the current state flag. I see it on, other shirts and mugs and stickers. You can go right outside the State House right now and see it on a number of vehicles outside. It just seems like the public has really embraced this as a symbol of pride of our state.
Representative Sean Paulus is the one who was behind the bill to change the state flag. On the other side of the aisle, Representative Billy Bob Falkingham hopes the state flag remain as it is.
I like the blue background. I think it goes back to Civil War significance to have that blue flag. And I like it, and I think most of the Maine people do. And I don't think the people of Maine want us down here changing our flag. I think they think that we've got more important things to get to than changing the state flag.
It is true. The blue in Maine's flag represents the Maine soldiers who fought for the Union. But the flag we have today isn't identical to what it was for the Union soldiers.
Once our supplies were damaged beyond repair, the federal government then began to issue flags. And all the federal government flags for troops were blue. And they generally had either the state coat of arms or the federal coat of arms or some combination of both on them. So, for example, the 20th Maine had as their flag a blue flag with the U.S. Eagle and coat of arms on it. But other troops like the 5th Maine had a blue flag with the state coat of arms on it.
The bill in question is not to change the flag to one specific design, but to change the flag back to what it was in 1901. A green pine tree, blue North Star, and a buff background, with the Secretary of State having the final approval.
Because people have certain gut reactions to them, not always positive, but they have those reactions. And you say, wait a minute, that's just a piece of colored cloth. How can that evoke these emotions and these reactions in these people? And it's like you started saying, why is this so political? That's a reaction in some ways, and that's worth studying.
For ABC 7 Fox 22, I'm Doug Banks.
Still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz will have the latest with sports. We'll be right back.
I'm Phil Levesque.
president of Lebec Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
Hi, I'm Angelina Mucci.
And I'm Andy Mucci of Family Fun Bowling Center.
When we want to know the weather, we go to foxbangor.com.
Celebrating our 50th anniversary year, Family Fun Bowling Center has 20 lanes of 10-pin bowling at its best.
Some things are worth waiting for. Something reliable, something loyal, something long-lasting. A 6-year warranty? Coyote's got that. One machine for all the dirty work? Count on Coyote. Coyote won't break your heart, and Whittemore & Sons got the deals that won't break the bank. So quit swiping and settling for less. Slide into Whittemore & Sons and be treated like family by a family who cares. 257 Waterville Road, Skowhegan.
It takes all types to play Family Feud. The way too honest girl.
You just met a guy who's a perfect physical specimen. He's probably what?
Stupid. See who shows up all season on Family Feud.
On ABC7.
All the nonsense
Fibber.
meets no nonsense.
I don't buy it.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 5 on ABC7.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start out on the track. Over at Cameron Stadium, the Bangor Rams are ecstatic to be hosting the New England Track and Field Championships this Saturday as they get to show off to the region both the program and the facility that they've built. The last race you're ever going to run in high school
is going to be on this track.
It's an honor to host something like this. This is a once-in-a-career event.
On Saturday, the New England Outdoor Track and Field Championships are coming to Bangor, right at the newly renovated Cameron Stadium.
It's kind of like full circle. It really is. And we went from a facility where the track was falling apart to having what we have now. So we're really blessed.
It's really exciting. I never expected New England to be in Bangor. It's not something that I looked at, especially with starting with the track that I started with my freshman year here, and then getting a new track. That was definitely a big surprise, but it's amazing.
Thus, giving the Rams seniors one last run on their home track, and also making graduation a little less stressful for everyone.
I'm just really excited for our kids, especially our senior class with graduation the next day. It just makes it really easy for them. Now they can go, they can compete. It gives kids a chance to run at Bangor one more time.
We just thought that this would be a really good way to end our season, is to have our last meet be at home. So that was really special.
The Rams have several qualifiers for the event after a strong outing at the state meet just a week ago, where their girls took their third straight state title.
It gets a little better every time just because the team that we built up is so strong and there's so much depth in it, and it's just so fun to see all of our hard work that we've put in training to really show up.
And especially this one is bittersweet because it's the last time winning with my family, and they're all just such a good group of people to run and compete with and just to be a part of.
Last year was special because we were in Bangor. The year before that was special because it was after COVID, and we didn't have a state championship the year before, and we lost that indoor season. So they're all special, and just really blessed to be a part of it.
All right, moving on now, let's stay with some high school sports here. Regional tournament rolling along for both baseball and softball. Let's go to the Class D North quarters in baseball. The defending regional champs in Machias looking to get back to the title game over Bangor Christian. Bottom three runners on second and third. Robbie Giles rips a grounder. They're going to go for the play at the plate, but Jalen Reed beats the throw. That gets away, and Conrad Straubel is going to wheel around on the miscue. He slides in safely. That's a 7-1 ball game. Same inning here. Runners on for Micah Robert. He's going to rope this ball into left field. That's going to get down. That's going to bring in a run to score, and then Robert is going to get to second with a double. Bulldogs would turn in some nice defense to get out of the inning, though. A good play here by Mickey Fitzsimmons' way to field your position, but they just couldn't get the bats going against Jay Libby. He was too good. Strikes out Denver Ferguson looking here, and then he's going to get Blake Bridges swinging to end the frame. The Patriots win 9-1. They're headed to the Northern Maine semifinals. Rolling along here to some Class B softball. Old Town and Ellsworth going at it at Keswick Field. Top three, Ellsworth down 2-1. Hannah Wagstaff loops this one down the left field line. Sophie Lynch is going to come all the way around to score. That is going to tie the game up. To the top of the fourth we go now. Ellsworth has first and third. Nice pump fake here by the catcher, Gabrielle Cody. She sells it, fools the runner at third, and that is going to turn into an out at home. Nice play for the Coyotes. To the top of the fifth inning we go here. Aaliyah Manning up for Ellsworth. She's going to rip one into right field. Lynch is going to come all the way around to score. That gives the Eagles a 3-2 lead. But finally, bottom five is where Old Town would cash in. Wheeler hits one up the middle. Haley Soroy scores. Taylor Madden is going to head for home. She gets thrown out at the plate, but the Coyotes tack on another late. They win it 5-4. Now for some baseball here. Class C North quarterfinals. Number 3 Bucksport against number 6 Orono. Bottom three, Bucksport leading with a man on second. Ellis Spalding over to first for the second out of the frame. And then it's Andrew Barrett fielding his position nicely, making the dash back to the bag to escape the inning. To the bottom of the sixth now, Bucksport's Brandon Eldon hits one into left field. In comes Bo Provencher sliding into home to extend that lead. Same inning, Trent Goss, another one to left. This one will bring home Jason Terrell, but the story of the day in Bucksport was the pitcher, Gavin Holyoke. He had a complete game and just one hit, and here are 3 of his 10 Ks to end the game. Bucksport got to the semis. They win 7-0. And Class B North baseball quarterfinals, last but not least, number 3 Ellsworth facing number 6 John Bapst. Bottom of the second, no score. Hard ball into left field by Brady Kenny. On comes Bapst' Aiden Willette, and he sprawls out for the web gem there. Nice play by the left fielder. Bottom three, Ellsworth leads. Peter Kablinski at bat on a full count. Great eye by the shortstop. He's going to force the walk. That brings home Jackson Barry. Same inning, Dawson Curtis up. He's going to rip one over to Aiden Dunn. Over to John Pangburn at second. They try to turn 2, but that throw skips away. That's going to bring home Kenny. And then Wyatt Bragdon would sky one into center here. That one is going to drop. Dawson Curtis is going to come around to score on the play. Eagles roll in this one. They win it 9-3. And that is going to be all the time that we have for sports. Be right back after the break.
Max True Value Hardware in Unity is the best option year-round for all of your home improvement projects. Backed by one of the leading paint manufacturers in the United States, Max will color match or custom mix any color for you. We care about your pets too, carrying all of the essential pet products in our store. During those cold winters, we take the extra step to help with wood pellets ready to load on site. We also fill all size propane cylinders year-round. Max True Value Hardware. We take pride in serving our community. Let us know how we can help you today.
Established in 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful gifts for almost 100 years. Whatever the occasion, our premium collection of colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets have warmed hearts for generations. We strongly support the Buy Local movement, purchasing directly from local farms and growers, and we are committed to the preservation of our environment. Bangor Floral, located at 332 Harlow Street. Stop in today to experience a flower shop like no other.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
A federal agency is warning of new tech scams involving someone stealing the voice patterns of someone you know. The Federal Trade Commission is warning that artificial intelligence is being increasingly used to clone people's voices for committing crimes. The voice alterations trick victims, to think a relative urgently needs money. One identity protection program says scammers only need as little as 20 seconds of someone talking pulled from social media to make a voice clone. If you suspect a voice scam, call the relative back on their direct phone or check their status through other relatives. And time is running out for more than 1 million Americans who have yet to claim their tax refunds. The Internal Revenue Service says there's a total of $1.5 billion in refund cash still waiting to be claimed. The unclaimed refunds are for Americans who didn't file in 2020 for the 2019 tax year. The average tax return in 2020 was $893, but some non-filers could get far more because of the earned income tax credit. Taxpayers owed must file and get postmarked by July 17th to claim their money. All right, now let's check in with meteorologist Evan Biggs to see what that rain is going to do.
Thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Dirt Road Acres, your #1 dispensary providing outstanding customer service and award-winning knowledge at most affordable prices. Alrighty, air quality. We've been talking about that a lot recently, right? We have one observation site showing up in the yellow right about in here. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good. It's going to be some smoke in the atmosphere for us, though, as the wildfire smoke from Canada continues to kind of move around, causing air quality alerts further down to the south. Notice improvement, though. Some areas still in code orange or even code red, so still not the greatest, but definitely improving to what we saw earlier in the week, though. Some very ominous images coming out of New York. But for now, at least for us in Maine, we're looking pretty good. But we're going to be watching for a little bit of smoke that may try to sneak in here as the day progresses on. But a lot of improvement as we head towards Saturday and a Sunday as that smoke moves away. We may notice a little bit more moving in as we head towards Monday, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But for now, though, one advisory posted, and this is a dense fog advisory here until 9 a.m. later this morning, though, right along the coast here. And again, as courtesy of some very low visibility as that fog has developed. We're down to about less than 2 miles in a few spots, so Bangor not as bad. So it's going to be a mess out there in this little spot right about in here, at least until later this morning when the sun comes up, though. And even though we won't see much sunshine, the fog will go away by around 9 a.m. or so. We are seeing a few showers out there this morning, mainly in the northern parts of the state and some areas off to the east of that. Further down to the south, not as much yet, but a few more showers and even a few rumbles of thunder can be ruled out later today with this area low pressure right about in here as it continues to sit and spin. Again, we have to wait until about Saturday night and Sunday for this thing to finally get out of here, and we'll see some improvement in our forecast. So Futurecast moving forward showing showers and thunderstorms that will be developing during the afternoon period today. And early this evening, we'll hold on to the chances for showers overnight tonight and more showers and thunderstorms on the way for the daytime tomorrow as well. But notice tomorrow night things finally start to move. We'll get everything out of here. Maybe a few leftover showers late Saturday night. But once we get towards early Sunday morning, though, things will start to improve. Additional rainfall looks like this. Maybe another half inch or less of rain before we're all finished up, so definitely some beneficial rain in some areas, and we've definitely needed the rain as well as the new drought monitor shows some drought in the northern parts of the state, so that's not very good news there. This is considered moderate drought here. Further down to the south, this is considered abnormally dry. Well, areas to the south, they're not showing any drought for the time being. Well, we've had a lot more areas covered in drought recently, though, either abnormally dry or moderate drought being reported, so definitely could use some rain across a good part of the country. Otherwise, our average high temperature is 73 degrees, lower 60s today and tomorrow. A brief warm-up Sunday into Monday in the upper 70s, back in the 60s and 70s Tuesday, Wednesday, and also in your Thursday. So your forecast for today looks like this. Showers and thunderstorms, highs in the lower 60s, that northeast wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. For tonight, upper 40s, scattered showers, some areas of dense fog, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, lower 60s, scattered showers and thunderstorms again, that north wind at about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, your Dirt Road Acres extended forecast. We're partly cloudy on Sunday with highs in the upper 70s, upper 70s again for your Monday with a mostly cloudy sky, and more showers and storms possible on Tuesday, highs in the upper 60s.
When the Coach House Restaurant wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. The Coach House Restaurant, family dining at its best with fine home-cooked meals, delicious homemade desserts, and a large menu of tasty offerings for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
He was just here this morning showing us his tractor, and there were some parts that I've never seen loose on another tractor before. And I was like, how did you do that?
That's like Rhino style.
Experience United, your local John Deere dealer.
It's summer and the savings are heating up at the Furniture Gallery. Sofas starting at $3.99. Recliners starting at $2.99. Queen mattresses also starting at $2.99. Ashley, Flex Steel, Nectar, Restonic, and Serta. If it's in stock, it's yours to take home today. So what are you waiting for? The Furniture Gallery Summer Savings Sale is huge. Special financing is available. Support our main family-owned business and save money. Your best value is always at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Dave Matthews Band Live. Friday, June 16th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. On sale Friday at 10 a.m. at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. Pre-order the new album, Walk Around the Moon, now.
Everybody plays a fool.
Tell him, Judge Harvey.
We won't fight. No exception. You lost this when she started talking.
Judge Steve Harvey returns Wednesday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
Coffee production in some parts of the world could be disrupted by a weather phenomenon, and that means a surge in prices. The climate pattern called El Niño, which brings warmer than normal ocean temperatures and fuels hotter weather around the world, has arrived. El Niño could threaten the Southeast Asia region with drought, affecting some major coffee producers like Vietnam and Indonesia. That could mean a tight supply and higher prices for Robusta beans. That's a brand. Robusta beans are largely used to make espresso and instant coffee. The beans have more caffeine and are more bitter and acidic than Arabica coffee. All right, a century-old time capsule was found hidden inside a fire department. Firefighters with the Marion, Ohio department uncovered the time capsule inside a retired Marion fire station. Captain Redmond and a group of 6 firefighters were at the old station to excavate, wow, I couldn't get over that word for a sec, their cornerstone before the station is set to be demolished. During excavation, a copper box fell out. The group took the box back to the station and opened it and found lots of old artifacts, including a 1905 roster of city officials, a 4-star daily newspaper, an agenda for the 2nd annual Marion Fire Department Ball, and a letter from Chief McFarland stating that the cornerstone was set on July 20th, 1905. The fire department says the artifacts will be kept at the Marion County Historical Society. They will eventually be displayed at the new fire station once it is built. All right, and lastly, this is great news for cheese lovers. A university in Wisconsin, that's very fitting, is paying people to eat cheese. The Center for Dairy Research at the University of Wisconsin-Madison wants to hire a cheese taste tester. The position of description sensory panelist will be, according to the job posting, responsible for describing and evaluating the food's appearance, texture, aroma, and flavor. And the school says even for those who don't have the skill, the job posting says they will teach you. Those hired should expect to taste up to 24 cheese samples come hungry and 12 pizzas per week, as well as other food products. For those interested, you can visit the site jobs.wisconsin.edu. All right, it looks like we're about out of time. Good Morning America's next on ABC7. Have a great day.